at Shadybowl Speedway. I'm Nate Pennington. And as you can see, we've already had some excitement in hot laps. We've had a car flip over on its roof, one of our mini stocks. I'm not sure which one. No report on the driver just yet. And there is the driver. He is out of the car. So that's a good sight to see as that car flipped over several times along the concrete wall. You can see how the sheet metal is ripped off of that car. So the driver is okay. That's a good sight. As I said before, I'm Nate Pennington. We're here at Shadybowl Speedway for the second annual Buckeye Fall Classic. Part of the Indian Summer Series here at Shadybowl Speedway with Penstroke Productions. We'd like to thank Charlie Stapleton, owner of Shadybowl Speedway, as we take a look at some of the beautiful fall scenery around this track. If you've never been out here to Shadybowl Speedway, you need to take a ride and come on out. It's a beautiful facility. Once again, a look at that badly battered car, and I don't have a driver's name on that, obviously. I'm not sure who that is, but that car is really torn up. The roll cage looks like it held, did its job. Driver a little bit shaken, probably a little bit puzzled as to now what he's going to do about that car. But it's good to see him up and walking around. Beautiful sky, beautiful weather out tonight. A little chilly, a lot chilly. It's very cold. It's fall here at Shadybowl Speedway. Tonight we will be running Super Late Models, Pro Stocks, Sportsman, Mini Stocks, and Modified Heats and Last Chance races. And then tomorrow, on Saturday, October 7th, we will be running the feature events for the Super Lates, Pro Stocks, Modified Sportsman, and Mini Stocks, and also a full program of heat races and a feature for the Neymar's Auto Value Midgets. We have a fine field of cars out here today. Over 117 cars in the four divisions out here today to compete. And we will all have all the exciting racing action in just a couple of moments. Track cleanup and track work goes to continue, and I'll tell you, that's a sight you don't see very often when the track promoter himself comes out to repair the problems and get this program underway. Charlie Stapleton out there helping to repair the fence. That's pretty awesome. We're ready to go modified heat racing here as track cleanup continues just a little bit. Modified heat race number 1. On the pole, car number 17, that's Jeremy Neiswanger. Outside of him is the 23 of Dave Bice. Inside second row, car number 3, Jerry Stapleton. Outside of him, the 6 of Jerry Russell. Inside third row, Fred Poole in the 55 machine. Outside of him, the 52 of John Watterson. And bringing up the tail, car number 67, Lee Raymond in the V4 of Kenny George. They pick up the throttle down the back straightaway. We should get a green flag this time. And for you, a few moments, just a couple of seconds has passed for us. Many hours have passed. It is now Saturday, October 7th. We're ready for day 2 of the second annual Buckeye Fall Classic. Neymar's Midgets are here. They'll be the first division racing up tonight. They're heat races. We don't have leading lineups on these boys, so what we do, as we have done in the past with Killcare Raceway, when the Neymar's Midgets show up, we just let you and I both sit back and enjoy the racing action.
Just some of the sponsors of the
This is Neymar's Midgets heat race number 1.
9 cars for 10 laps. 4 will go to tonight's main event. It's Gas and Brothers. They lead them out of turn 4 green. Flag racing. Charges up in the 4th already. He now sets his sights on John Lucas. Off the pace is J.R. Armstrong. He's up against the Gas jumps on the brakes and gets by on the outside. Yellow's going to fly. Flat right front tire on the 56 of J.R. Armstrong. We saw him exit turn 2. Great representative. Green flag number 4. Chase the lead down there. John Lucas takes over 3rd spot. Now he's sets his sights on Wait a second. Nope, hanging on the charge. There's no Ryan Newman. He's up there a bit. He sets his sights down on John Lucas. Ready wide to back up. Technically battle for your game. Here comes Jim Hector. He wants a piece of the 4th place battle. BMW Midget Series. Line up now, Freeman, set right flag number 5. Well, Frank Brock, and we're just about ready to go back to racing. Brock was not too happy with the starting lineup, neither was Jack Calabrese. The cars at the back of the pack. Mason beats them on a 4 for green. One car a little sideways, Barry Reed gets dropped. The brakes to avoid hitting it. In the yard final 5 before we get one lap complete. Look like they'll
I've mentioned before, Penstroke Productions is quite fortunate to videotape at many, many different tracks. Neymar's Midgets have visited each one of the tracks that we've videotaped at just about, and they always show some of the exciting racing. A little bit later on will be a Midget Last Chance race after the modified feature here, and then the Midget feature will come after the Sportsman feature a little bit later in the program. Right now, the Shadybowl Modifieds, and they're going to line up this way. On the pole, car number 3 is Jerry Stapleton. Outside of him, the 31, Don Fleming Jr. 72 is the 6 of Jerry Russell. 72 car, no name, and then the 6 of Jerry Russell in row number 2. Row number 3 is Roger Winget and the 2 of Mike Carroll. 32 Jack Woods and the 111 of Don Geyer make up row number 4. The 8 of Steve Poland and the 71 of Sam Heckman in row number 5. Row number 6 is the 23 of Dave Bice and 17 of Jeremy Nicewan. Row number 6, Kenny Rutherford and John Fitzgerald. The 27 of Gene Ginn is next in row number 7, and outside of him the 2R of Rusty Stroop. 55, Fred Bull, and the 98 of Mike Rush. Then it's the 22 of Tom Randolph. Outside of him, the 57 of Joe Hill. 1M, Jeff Bolts. 67, Lee Raymond. The 58 of Ralph Herod. And bringing up the tail, car number 1 is John Rainey. We're about ready to go green. 24 cars going 50 laps. In car number 3, your leader, the 31 of Don Fleming Jr. runs in second. Third is the 72 machine. And fourth, I'm not quite sure, appears to be Roger Wingett, the 21 machine. Then Jack Woods and Mike Carroll after that. A little bit of paint traded between the 28 of Dave Bice and the 6 of Jerry Russell. As Russell keeps continuing to backpedal through the pack from his outside second row starting place. Mike Carroll looking to the outside of Roger Wingett now. Now Carroll runs fourth. And up to third is Mike Carroll. He'll set his sights on the 31 of Don Fleming Jr. As they went into turn number 1, Mike Carroll now looking to the high side of Jerry Stapleton. Stapleton still your leader by about 3/4 of a car length, but here comes Mike Carroll once again, side by side through turns 3 and 4 down the front straightaway. Lap traffic coming up. Got a car going up on the hill, not quite sure who that is. But the leaders will be encountering lap traffic here in just a couple laps. In fact, right now, they passed the 1 car. Jerry Stapleton gets past. Mike Carroll having a couple of more problems, or a few problems getting around. And we got several cars spinning out over in turn 2 and down into the back straightaway. Looks like Kenny Rutherford is one of those cars. As the camera zooms in, we'll be able to see a little bit more. Looks like the 21 of Roger Wingett, 8 Steve Poland, 31 Don Fleming Jr. Jerry Stapleton still your leader. Mike Carroll runs second in the 72 machine. And holding down fourth is Jack Woods in, Jack Woods in 32. I believe that was the Jack Woods machine. I'll double check that next time they come around here. Yes, it is. Mike Carroll now looking to the inside of Stapleton. Made touch, make a little contact going into turn 1. Carroll has to back out of it. Stapleton with a nice line. He jumps out to about mid-track down the front and back stretches and then gets way low down in the corner. So Jerry Stapleton making that car as wide as he possibly can at this point. And now Mike Carroll moves to the high side once again. Carroll on the outside, Stapleton on the inside. Mike Carroll with a slight advantage going into turns 1 and 2, and we have a new leader, car number 2, the orange and white number 2. That's Mike Carroll. Jerry Stapleton back to second. 72 Machine still holds down third. Jack Woods in fourth. Carroll pulling away about a straightaway length lead now on your second place car of Jerry Stapleton is Jack Woods. A little tap going into 4. Stapleton sideways. Woods backs out of it. Lets Stapleton get back to the right direction and goes back at it now. Got car spinning over in turn 3. Everybody's going to make a bye. Not quite sure who that is. Yeah, another car up there on the hill ready to come down. The car spinning is the 6th car of Jerry Russell. So Jerry Russell from the outside second row having his problems here tonight. Continues to backpedal through the pack and have problems. Spinning over in turn 3. Green flag comes back out and we're back to racing. Immediately Jack Woods looks to the high side. Now the inside on Jerry Stapleton. Cannot quite find a way around as Stapleton continues to run that very wide line. One in of Jeff Volts back there in the back of the pack. Still Mike Carroll, your leader. Jerry Stapleton running in second. Now Jack Woods looks to the high side once again. Jack Woods in the black number 32. Stapleton in the red and white number 3. Woods can't quite get the job done down the front straightaway. And knocking on Jack Woods' back door is the white car of... not quite sure. A little contact there. That's the 23 of Dave Bice running in that 4th position. Go right past the camera screen there as Mike Carroll continues to hold that approximately straightaway length lead. Jerry Stapleton still running in second. Jack Woods looking to the high side once again. Machine getting underneath Dave Bice once again for 3rd position. Bice back to 4th. 111 of Don Geyer, runs in 5th. good look at your leader. Car number 2, Mike Carroll. There's the rest of the pack. The rest of the pack now coming up on lap cars. That's the 58 of Ralph Harrod, the 98 of Mike Rush. Your second place car coming up on the lap car of John Rainey, car number 1. They've been having a little bit of problem getting around the lap car. Have a caution out on the track. Not quite sure what that's for. Oh, yes I am. We have a problem with the number 17 car. We got a fire, or a possible fire, underneath the 17 car. If you look, it's kind of hard to see on the video, but if you look around the back tire, you'll see a glow that is not the reflection of the lights. That is a flame out underneath there. You can see it a little bit on the ground there, underneath the left rear tire. So, the track crew trying to get the attention of Jeremy Neiswanger and let him know that he needs to stop that car. And there you can kind of see the flames a little bit popping up a little bit more as he is going to take it to the hill. Jeremy Neiswanger, car number 17, with his problems tonight. We should get a green flag this time by the stripe. Foltz and Sam Heckman doing bad. Oh, Sam Heckman, of course, in the 71 machine, and Jeff Foltz in the 1M car. As they are making progress up through the pack. Your leader still, the 2 of Mike Carroll. Jerry Stapleton runs in second. Dave Bice running third, and the 111 of Don Geyer runs in that 4th position now. Looks like Jerry Russell after that in 5th with a little slide. We got a car spinning now. I believe that's the 17 of Sam Heckman, or the 71, excuse me, of Sam Heckman. I believe, yes it is. Russell getting a little bit loose. Everybody checks up, and Sam Heckman with a spin in turn 4. Green flag comes back out, and we are back to racing. Got another car spinning in the back. That's the 32 of Jack Woods, hard into the tire barrier, protecting the light pole. And Jack Woods in the 32 machine with his problems here tonight. We should get a green flag this time by. And for racing, ran so long, caution free. We've been having a series of cautions here all of a sudden. Looks like Tom Randolph now moving up into the pack. He is doing battle with the not sure what number car that is. It might be the 72 machine. And white flag comes out. One more lap to go for your leader, car number 2, Mike Carroll, Jerry Stapleton, Dave Weiss, and Don Geyer, top 4. And that's just how they're going to finish. Mike Carroll taking home the win. Once again, your winner, car number 2, Mike Carroll.
We are from Killin, Ohio. Really happy driver, that orange crate number 2 from Killin, Ohio. Big round of applause here, Micah Carroll. His 3rd feature win. The official photograph about to be taken by Earl Isaacs, our official picture taker.
And now the last chance race for the Neymar's Midgets. Once again, we're going to let you watch. We're going to sit back and watch this with you as we get white flag. We should get green flag next time by the stripe, and we'll be back after this feature to give you all the play-by-play of the Sportsman feature coming up right after the Neymar's Midgets last chance race. Now it's time for the sportsman feature. Inside row number 1 on the pole, Larry Harris. Outside him, the 31 of Dennis Kelly. Inside row number 2 is the 4 of Brett Oakley and the 12 of Chad Poole. Then 70, Joe Hill. The 21 of Tim Roush. 92 is Greg Parker. 19, Wayne Watercutter. 33, Carl Stapleton. 00, Dick Kelly. 17, Sam Heckman. The 2 of Dave Brandenburg. 7, Ron Poole. 08, Randy Sword. 3, Daryl Norman. 11, Jeff Wilson. 24, Travis McIntyre. 85, Jay Crawford. 42 machine is next, and outside him will be the 67 of Rick Jacobs. And bringing up the tail, car number 34, Ross Zauner.
Dennis Kelly up in the front row.
We should get a green flag this time by the stripe. Leader, Larry Harris runs second. Good battle for third, side by side. Brett Oakley and Chad Poole. Waiting back there in fifth is the 70 of Joe Hill. Hill now takes a look underneath the 12 of Randy Poole, or Chad Poole, excuse me. Joe Hill now runs in that fourth position. 92 Craig Parker, Chad Poole side by side, as is the 21 Roush and the 19 Wayne Watercutter. Watercutter trying to make it 4 in a row here tonight. Already doing the three-peat by finishing the sportsman feature at the the Shear Memorial last week. Finishing that with a win, that gave him the three-peat, and now he's going for 4 in a row this weekend. 21 cars out there doing battle for 50 laps. Still your leader, but right on his back bumper now is the 19 of Wayne Watercutter. As they look underneath the 85 of Jake Crawford. Crawford holds down that middle line now. Kelly looks inside through turns 1 and 2. Wayne Watercutter will follow through. Kelly has the lead. Wayne Watercutter running in second. Third is the Larry Harris machine. Fourth is Brett Oakley. Now Watercutter looks to the high side of Dennis Kelly down the front straightaway. Said before, Wayne Watercutter going for 4 in a row tonight. And we have a new leader, car number 19, Wayne Watercutter. 31 of Dennis Kelly, back to second. Larry Harris Brett Oakley, and here comes Joe Hill in the 70 machine. Hill now takes over the 5th position from Brett Oakley. Looking to the high side of Larry Harris down the front straightaway. As Brett Oakley continues to battle in there also. Now Hill moving up ever so slightly to the high side of Larry Harris down the backstretch. Leaders in lap traffic. He looks underneath the 11 of Jeff Wilson. Gerald Norman right there in the 3 machine. Wilson and Norman side by side right in front of the leader. Watercutter moves around the 3 of Daryl Norman. Dennis Kelly still holds down that 2nd position. Of Rick Jacobs, 4 of Brett Oakley are side by side. Oakley gets around, Larry Harris gets by. Joe Hill. Right on the back bumper of the 2nd place car of Dennis Kelly. So Joe Hill with a very good run here tonight. Smoke out of the 34 car of Ross Zahner. Oakley looks to the high side. And Ross Zahner in the 34 sideways. Turn 4. Tim Roush with a spin on the back stretch, bringing out a caution. 19 Wayne Watercutter, Dennis Kelly, Joe Hill, Brett Oakley, Craig Parker, your top 5 cars. Green flag comes back out, and immediately Joe Hill looks underneath Dennis Kelly, gets by Kelly's car's loose. He's into the, hard into the turn 1 wall, the 31 of Dennis Kelly. Kelly dropping back on the front straightaway. That car, he got up into the loose stuff, and then he was just a passenger in a very, very fast rocket. It's Wayne Watercutter. Joe Hill now running second. Brett Oakley, Craig Parker, Larry Harris, Chad Poole, and the 17 of Sam Heckman. Green flag comes out. Behind Heckman is the 08 of Randy Sword. Good run for him tonight. And the 2 of Dave Brandenburg. So, a lot like the modified race, we went quite a few laps, no cautions, and now we've had a series of 2. Dennis Kelly is okay, by the way. He was out looking around the car before they towed it away. And now Randy Sword looks to the high side of the 17 of Sam Heckman. And Craig Parker looks to the inside of Brett Oakley down the front straightaway. Now Parker, slight advantage, and now total advantage. Craig Parker now runs third before Brett Oakley. Back to the 4th position. Joe Hill still running in second. To your leader, Wayne Watercutter. We've got a car slow down the front straightaway. That's Chad Poole in the 12 car. Sam Heckman, Randy Sword side by side now. Sword with a slight advantage. They come out of 2. Heckman battles back in 3 and 4. Dave Brandenburg and Jeff Wilson right there. Flag has come out. Where was I? And your winner is going to be 4-time winner, 4 in a row, Wayne Watercutter. Joe Hill will come home second. Craig Parker and Brett Oakley rounds out your top 4. Once again, 4 times in a row, your winner, car number 19, Wayne Watercutter. Up next, the Neymar's Midget feature. And once again, I'm going to sit back and relax and watch this with you. And I'll be back for the late model 50-lap feature, then the mini stock and pro stock features. Wayne Watercutter, your winner for the Limited Sportsman feature here tonight.
Craig Parker in the 492. Fourth, number 4, Brett Oakley. Fifth, number 5, Larry Harris. Sixth, number 2.
Yeah, it's Neil Armstrong. Young railroad, they pay some stuff. Down against the
Super Late Model 50-lap event. And this is how they're going to line up. It'll be 3 of Bobby Jacks, the 6 of Jerry Mitchell, 11 is Dick Dunleavy, 81 Don Wetnall, 61 Mike Ward, 55 Roger Wing, 11 Tim Felver, 28 Scott Hance, 9 Danny Ease, 5S Gary Estes, Mike Carroll, Dave Brandenburg, Steve Peck, Don Mahaffey Jr., Ronnie Yont, Paul Barnes, and Mark Stump. 17 cars going 50 laps. We're already under green as we complete lap 1 with Bobby Jacks leading. Good battle for the second position. Dick Dunleavy Jr. now takes over second. Mike Ward and Jerry Mitchell now battle. Mike Ward takes over that third spot. Got a car spinning into the infield, into one of the tire barriers around the light poles. Can't quite see who that is. Looks like the 11 of Tim Velver. Spinning out. We should get a green flag this time by the stripe. Bobby Jacks, Dick Dunleavy Jr., Mike Ward, and Jerry Mitchell battle now side by side as Dunleavy looks to the high side of Bobby Jacks. Jacks slides high out of 2. Dunleavy has to check up and fall back into that second position. And we got another car spinning out over in turn 1. That's the 28 of Scott Hance. Hance, your fast qualifier tonight, having his problems now. We should get a green flag this time by the stripe. Once again, it's Bobby Jacks, Dick Dunleavy Jr., Mike Ward, Jerry Mitchell, Don Wetnall, your top 5 cars. Now Dunleavy looks to the inside and Jacks down the front straightaway. Can't quite get the job done. It's Bobby Jacks in the 3 car, the 11 of Dick Dunleavy, the 61 of Mike Ward runs 3rd. Then Jerry Mitchell and Don Wetnall, 4th and 5th. Dunleavy to the high side once again, and Bobby Jacks down the front straightaway through turns 1 and 2. Jacks sideways as they go through 2. Dunleavy with a slight advantage now through turns 3 and 4. And down the front straightaway, new leader, Dick Dunleavy Jr. in the 11 machine. Bobby Jacks falls back to second. Still good battle for that 3rd position between Jerry Mitchell and Mike Ward. Mitchell now runs 3rd. Ward slips back to that 4th position into the clutches of the 81 of Don Wetnall. A little bit of a gap now between, or from the top 5 cars to the rest of the pack, and 24 of Don Mahaffey Jr. making contact with Mr. Concrete down the front straightaway. We got another caution out. Dunleavy Jr., Bobby Jacks, Jerry Mitchell, Mike Ward, Don Wetnall, your top 5 cars. Scott Hance looking underneath Roger Wing in the back of the pack. Hance and Wing trying to get up to the front of the field. Mitchell looking to the inside of Bobby Jacks down the front straightaway. Once again to the inside down the front straightaway. A little bit of contact in turn 1, side by side through turns 1 and 2. And now Jerry Mitchell runs 2nd. Bobby Jacks back to 3rd in the 3 machine. It's still Dick Dunleavy Jr., Jerry Mitchell, Bobby Jacks, Mike Ward, Don Wetnall now looking to the inside of Mike Ward down the front straightaway. Danny Ease running behind Wetnall in the white 9 machine. Got a car spinning over in turn 4, just about collected on 2 or 3 more cars. That appears to be the 5S of Gary Estes. Caution back out. Once again, we should get a green flag this time by the stripe. Dunleavy, Mitchell, Jacks, and Ward, your top 4 cars. And now Mitchell looking underneath the Dunleavy machine for the lead. Jerry Mitchell with the lead. And we got a caution. Tough break for Jerry Mitchell, just getting the lead. We will now revert back to the previous green flag lap. There may be a problem with the Don Wetnall machine.
We have 14 laps at this point, 14 laps down, 36 yet to go.
Dick Dunleavy Jr., Jerry Mitchell, Bobby Jacks, Mike Ward, Danny Eves, and Mike Carroll, and Scott Hance, and I believe it's Steve Peck at the 14 machine. Ward trying the high side around Jacks down the front straightaway. Bobby Jacks using that middle line, making them 3 cars as wide as he possibly can. The man is a master at racing around this track. Many years Bobby Jacks has spent racing around this track and Killcare Speedway. And Ward suffering that loose condition that he had last week at the Shear Memorial. A race, by the way, that Pinstrop Productions does have on video. If you're interested, let us know. All of our videos are $15. Scott Hance looking underneath Mike Carroll down the front straightaway. They touch a little bit going into turn 1. Carroll on the outside, Hance on the inside. Side by side now going through turns 3 and 4. And Scott Hance picks up the position, and Bobby Jack spinning down the front straightaway. And he collects a couple other cars. Looks like the 14 of Steve Peck, the 2 of Ronnie Yant, 5F of Gary Estes. Scott Hance also involved in that. And Mike Ward sent to the tail for getting into the 3 of Bobby Jacks. On the inside, the 9 of Ease on the outside. Both of those cars trying to find a way around the 3 of Bobby Jacks as Mitchell begins to apply pressure to the leader. Once again, Dick Dunleavy Jr. Mitchell on the inside of Dunleavy. We're going to stick with this, or no, we're going to go up to the lead battle. Mitchell on the inside, Dunleavy on the outside. We got a couple more cars spinning. That's Roger Wing in the 55 and the 81 of Wetnall. Over in turn 1. Dunleavy, Mitchell, Jacks, Eves, Hance, Carroll, Estes. Green flag. Mike Ward back up to the 7th position now. Excuse me, to the 8th position. Estes runs in the 7th position. Mike Ward now running 8th. Dunleavy with Mitchell right on his tail, still leading this race. Jerry Mitchell running in that 2nd position in this number 6 car. Bobby Jacks runs third with Danny East, Scott Hance, Mike Carroll, Gary Estes, and Mike Ward. Mitchell looking to the high side of Dunleavy once again. And as Eves looks underneath Bobby Jacks down the front straightaway, there he make heavy contact going into turn one, as Jacks will not give an inch. Side by side for the lead once again. It's Dunleavy on the inside. Mitchell on the outside. Slight advantage to Mitchell down the back straightaway now. Through turns 3 and 4, side by side across the stripe. Have to get that one to Jerry Mitchell by mere inches. Side by side once again down the front straightaway. Dunleavy on the inside, Mitchell on the outside. As Eves finally makes it around the Bobby Jacks machine, Danny Eves now runs third. We'll go back to this lead battle. It's still Mitchell and Dunleavy side by side. And now Dunleavy takes command of the lead once again. Mitchell drops back into that second position to cool off the tires and plan on another run. There's your third place car, Danny Eves, Scott Hance, Mike Carroll, Bobby Jacks, Gary Estes, Mike Ward. Don Wetnall looking to the inside of Mike Ward now down the front straightaway. As Wetnall tries to make his run back up to the top of the field. As Mitchell and Dunleavy still battle on. Mitchell now, little telltale smoke coming out of that car. We have some smoke coming out of the 6 car. Down the front straightaway, a lot of smoke, especially as he's going into the corners. It could be tire smoke. It could be something else. It's definitely not tire smoke. I see it all the way around the track now. Heavy smoke coming out of the 6 car of Jerry Mitchell. Cars battling side by side. Dave Brandenburg in the 2 car, the 14 of Steve Peck. The leader, Dick Dunleavy Jr., underneath the 2 of Dave Brandenburg, puts a lap on him. Jerry Mitchell follows Dunleavy right through. The smoke's still there, still evident from that 6 car. A little bit more smoke now. A lot of smoke that time. This does not bode well for the 6 of Jerry Mitchell. He looks to the high side of Mark Stump along with Dunleavy. Danny Eves closing on the leaders. Eves may be the fastest car on the track right now. And we got a caution on the track. As we got somebody into the turn 4 wall. That's Bobby Jackson, the 3 car. And it looks like the 5 of Gary Estes also right there. Estes climbing out of his car to survey the damage. Bobby Jack's trying to get his car started, but he is stuck in the mud down there in the infield.
Coming out. Our first one after the halfway point.
Dick Dunleavy, your leader. In second place is the 9 of Dan Eves, Mitchell. Jerry Mitchell taking the car to the pit area. The car smoking and leaking some fluids out of it. And as the camera widens out, you can see the tail. Jerry Mitchell is not back out on the track. So a tough break for your second place car, but lucky break for, or good break for Danny Eves, who now runs second. Mike Carroll a little loose, coming out at 2. A lot loose coming out at 3. Several cars get around. Wetnall, Ward. And I believe that was the white flag. Your winner, Dick Dunleavy Jr. Danny Eves will finish second. Don Wetnall, Mike Ward, Scott Hance, Roger Wing. So Dick Dunleavy Jr. winning the 50-lap Buckeye Fall Classic. For the late models, Danny Eves comes home second.
From New Carlisle, the Mama Brothers Pizza, Precision Tune, and Oil among his sponsors.
All right, now it's time for the mini stocks. On the pole is the 01 of Gene Grace, and outside him the 8 of Jeff Morris. 27 is Rick Jacobs, 37 Rob Wyman. They make up row number 2. Row number 3 is the 88 of Doug Zorn, the white-red number 8 of Red Harvey Jr. 71 Kurt Otto and the 24 Jeff Volts make up row number 5. And row number 6 is Steve Clarkson and Eddie Flora. Row number 7 is the 7 of Jim Wyman and the 6 of Ron Wells. Row number 8, 25 Mike Risley, 2 Randy Donahue. Row number 9, car number 4 Jason Miller, the 21 of Jerry Widget. 33 Tony Schaefer, 54 Steve Egbert, 7 Bill Argabright, 98 Donnie Eaton, and bringing up the tail, car number 16 Kelly Ambergy. 21 cars are going to go 30 laps, the mini stocks. Lightman Frank Brock not liking the looks of that start, plus the 7 of Bill Argabright spun down into the infield wall. All right, we should get a restart, this time by the stripe. Running in second is the 27 of Rick Jacobs. 37 Rob Wyman runs third right now. Jeff Morris and Red Harvey Jr. dueling 8s there, battling for the 4th position. 88 and Doug Zorn running there in 6th. And Jeff Foltz in the 24 machine riding that highlight again. This man just dominating the races at Kilcare Speedway in the mini stock division. I think he won 13 of 20 events or something like that, or maybe even more. And now, 16 Kelly Amberg, he pulls over to the sides. Oh, and some contact between Rick Jacobs and the 7 of Bill Argabright. Jacobs loses a couple of positions on that. Argabright a slower car. So now it's Gene Crace, Rob Wyman, and Jeff Morris. Your top 3 cars. Red Harvey Jr. now runs in 4th. As Rick Jacobs going very slow. Something happened in that incident between him and the 7 of Bill Argabright. Rick Jacobs takes it to the hill. Jeff Foltz looking to the inside of Red Harvey Jr. These cars side by side. Side we saw a lot at Kilcare Speedway this year between these 2 drivers. Some smoke out of the 8 of Jeff Morris, and Jeff Foltz dives underneath, picks up the position. Jeff Foltz now runs 3rd, I believe, and lap traffic becoming very tough. And I believe Jeff Foltz now has 2nd. Yes, Jeff Foltz in the 24 machine runs 2nd. And he's got a ways to go to run down the 01 at Gene Crace. Looks like Bill Argabright slow in turn 1. He'll take it to the hill. Wide down the front straightaway. That was the 71 of Otto, the 45 of Eddie Floor, and the 7 Jimmy Wyman. Jeff Foltz closing on your leader, gets underneath the lap, or gets on, not closing on your leaders, I should say. 37 Rob Wyman running in 2nd. 01 Gene Crace, your leader. We got a car spinning over in turn 4. I guess I mentioned that Jeff Foltz was 2nd a little while ago. I didn't see Rob Wyman's car out there. Rob Wyman, of course, runs 2nd. Jeff Foltz 3rd. The leader still Gene Crace. Then the 8 of Jeff Morris, the 8 of Red Harvey Jr., and the 88 of Doug Zorn. Top 6 cars. Zorn looking to the inside of Red Harvey Jr. Now Zorn picks up the 5th position. And now Jeff Morris looking to the inside of Jeff Foltz down the front straightaway. As now Foltz begins to apply pressure to Rob Wyman, car number 37, your 2nd place car. And Jeff Morris giving a little, hello, how do you do? Jeff Foltz, you remember me? I'm still back here, he's saying. And now the 45 of Eddie Floor looks to the inside of Red Harvey Jr. as Jeff Foltz looks to the high side once again, riding that high line. Jeff Foltz now has 2nd, the 37 of Rob Wyman back to 3rd. Foltz now looks for a way around the 01 at Gene Crace. outside. And we got battling all over the track, all over the front 6 or 7 cars. Quite a few battles going on. Jeff Bolt's now your leader. Gene Crace back to second. Then it's Rob Wyman, Jeff Morris, Eddie Flora, Doug Zorn. Good battle going on there, as is with Jimmy Wyman and Red Harvey Jr. Lap traffic coming up. And now Jeff Morris overtaking Rob Wyman for that 3rd position. Wyman back to 4th. Couple cars into the wall. That's Steve Clarkson in the 16 and the 8 of Red Harvey Jr. And Red Harvey Jr. backs up there. I don't believe he knew that Steve Clarkson was there. Either that or he knew Steve Clarkson was there but wanted to give him a little message. Not sure what happened there. Didn't see the incident. We're about ready to go back to green. Jeff Bolts, Gene Crace, Jeff Morris, Rob Wyman, Eddie Flora, and Jimmy Wyman. Rob Wyman, the one getting the bad end of that deal. He almost took a trip up to the wall. Jeff Bolts, Gene Crace, Jeff Morris, Eddie Flora. One more lap to go for your leader, car number 24, Jeff Bolts. As we got a car losing an engine, we got several cars getting together. 45 Eddie Flora tags the wall. So does Jimmy Wyman. And the 8 of Jeff Morris. 25 of Mike Grizzly spins in the oil. As Rob Wyman and Eddie Flora trying to beat each other across the line. Rob Wyman first, then Eddie Flora in the 45. Once again, your winner, car number 24, Jeff Bolts.
Your winner, Jeff Bolts on a Fayetteville, number 24.
Stock feature. This is how they're going to line up. Car number 10, Doug Zorn, in the 7H Barrick Holt, row number 1. 65 of Jack McGill, and the 71 of Jim Sawyer, row number 2. Row number 3 is the 15 of Jim Robbins, and the 27 of Junior Maddox. 67, Steve Rickard. 22, Ron Lewis make up row number 4. 3, David Barnhart. 30, Bob Daniels in row number 5. Row number 6 is the 28 of Justin Alston, and the 22 of Mick Miller. Then it's the 75 of Joe Hines, the 24 Chris Hensley in row number 7. 52 Mike Miller, 58 Kevin Colvin, 18 Walt Weaver, 92 John Matuszewski, 4, Jerry Rayner. 2, Chuck Kemp. And then bringing up the tail, car number 29, Tony Brunke. 21 cars doing 50 laps.
First off feature about to get underway here in just a few moments.
Final feature of the evening for the second annual Buckeye Fall Classic. We should get a green flag this time by the stripe. Pro Stocks, 50 laps. Several cars getting together down the front straightaway.
Joe Hines has stopped on the inside of turn number 1.
Joe Hines in the 75 machine perhaps getting the worst end of that
So
deal.
we still have a full 50 yet to go.
No laps completed. Complete restart.
Again, the halfway on the we'll receive a 25 laps of from the local aircraft.
Green flag flies once again. And the yellow comes right back out once again as we got a whole bunch of cars down the front straightaway into the wall on both the inside and outside of the track.
Yeah, the radiator looks like letting go there on the 4 car, Jerry Renier.
Jerry Renier,
Smacked the wall real good there, number 18.
as he smacked the wall, takes care of that radiator. The 18 of Walt Weaver up against the wall. There's the 58 of Kevin Colvin and the 92 of John Matuszewski. Also another car up there in turn 1 is 24 Chris Hensley, getting a shove to the hill. Once again, a complete restart, no laps complete.
Already, here they come. That's what brings them out.
Got a lap in, 1 lap completed. Pro Stocks are on their way, and we got a spin over in turn 2. That's Jack McGill in the 65 machine. And another car spinning down in the infield, the 7H of Eric Holt. Guess what? We got a caution again. Doug Zorn, Jim Robbins, Steve Brickert, Eric Holt. Top 4 cars. Green flag comes out and we are racing. Loose coming out of turn 2. Jim Robbins, Steve Bricker check up just a little bit. Neither car able to take advantage of that situation. Zorn sideways out of 4. Sideways once again coming out of 2. That car really loose as he comes off the corner. And we got a couple cars spinning over in turn 3. Looks like the 7H of Eric Holt. He may actually have been the only one that really spun. And no, he made contact with the 71 of Jim Sawyer. Sawyer got a flat tire on the right side and some front end damage. We see the crew up on the hill working on the 71 of Jim Sawyer.
4 laps are
He
complete.
gets the car fired up and he'll be back out on his way out on the track as we're about ready to go back green. Jim Sawyer still on the lead lap. His crew doing quite a good job making sure they get him back out here before the green flag falls once again. Sawyer coming down off the hill. Here comes the field around. He'll take up his station at the tail of the field, but at least he's still on the lead lap. White flag comes out. One more lap to go, and we'll be back to green flag racing. Flag flies, we are racing once again. Doug Zorn, Jim Robbins, Steve Rickard, Eric Holt. Dave Barnhart, Justin Alsip, and Ron Lewis. Zorn still suffering with that loose condition. Holt looking to the inside of Dave Barnhart now. Or excuse me, Barnhart looking outside of Eric Holt. Barnhart gets around, now runs forward. Zorn sideways down the front stretch. Jim Robbins looks to the inside, going into turns 1 and 2. Can't quite get the job done. Zorn loose again, coming out at 2. Steve Rickard pulls right on the back bumper of Jim Robbins. And we got a car spinning over in turn 1. That's the 2 of Chuck Kim. Looks like Jack McGill also involved. It looks like the 30 of Bob Daniels going to the hill. Bob Daniels comes back off the hill. Coming back out on the track. Don't think he'll be going very far. That front wheel looked a little funny. Doug Zorn, Jim Robbins, Steve Rickard, Dave Barnhart, Justin Alsip, Ron Lewis, Junior Maddox, Tony Brunke, Mike Derflinger, Mick Miller, Mike Miller, Kevin Colvin, Jim Sawyer, Matt Krzyzewski, Bob Daniels, and then I lost track the rest of the field. Flag comes out and we're back to racing. Zorn, your leader, the 15 of Jim Robbins runs in second. A little bit of space now back to the 67 of Steve Rickard. And Chuck Kemp in the 2 machine. Still out there racing. He's side by side with the 75 of Joe Hines. Jack McGill in the 65 right there, back up to the lead, and we've got a problem with the Doug Zorn machine. It appears one of the exhaust pipes. Sticking out the side of that car as we got a couple of cars spinning out over turn 4. Bob Daniels, looks like maybe the 52 of Mike Miller, 65 of Jack McGill. And problem with the Zorn machine, he's put to the tail as Bob Daniels makes it right back out. Just as we're about ready to go to green flag racing. Green flag flies and we are racing. Rickard immediately looks to the inside of Jim Robbins down the front straightaway. They're side by side through turns 1 and 2, now down the back straightaway. Into turns 3 and 4, still side by side. Bob Daniels, the lap car right there. Rickard kind of trapped behind the 30 machine. Robbins takes advantage using the 30 as a pick, gets the lead back. got a spin. That's Chuck Kemp in the 2 machine. Spun out over to turn 1. Official scoring says the 67 of Steve Rickard, your leader. The 15 of Robbins runs in second. 3, Dave Barnhart. 28, Justin Olson. 22, Ron Lewis. 29, Tony Ronke. And Robbins not a real happy camper with this situation. To be honest with you, I'd have to go back and look at the tape in slow-mo to see who was leading on last green flag lap. Green flag comes out, we are racing. The 28 of Justin Austin and Dave Barnhart get together over in turn 2. And then Barnhart gets collected by another car. Kevin Colvin collecting the Barnhart machine. Another car also down there in the infield. So we should be wrapping it up here in just a few laps. As 67 Steve Rickard still leads it. Jim Robbins runs in second. Good battle for third between Ron Lewis and Junior Maddox. Now Lewis looks to the inside of Jim Robbins. They touch going down the front straightaway. Now Robbins slides going in turns 1 and 2. Ron Lewis in the 22 machine, riding that high line, now runs second. Side by side for the lead. Steve Rickard on the inside, Ron Lewis on the outside. And now Lewis with slight advantage through turns 3 and 4. Ron Lewis, car number 22, now your leader. Steve Rickard back to second. Jim Robbins still runs third. Junior Maddox runs in fourth. And Rickard sideways through turns 1 and 2. And I believe his tires have just gone away. White flag, one more lap for your leader, car number 22, Ron Lewis. But not before we have one final caution.
Brings up the caution flag.
That's Mike Miller in the 52 machine.
1 lap to go. Ron Lewis, a terrific move there, the 22.
It's Ron Lewis, Steve Rickard, Jim Robbins, Junior Maddox, top 4. Green flag comes back out, and we're back to racing for 1 lap. And as he comes out of turn 4, your winner, car number 22, Ron Lewis. Once again, I'd like to remind you that Pinstripe Productions not only videotapes here at Shadybowl Speedway for the Indian Summer Series for 1995, but at Killcare Speedway, Killcare Driveway, Columbus Motor Speedway, Winchester Speedway selected events, Indianapolis Raceway Park for the 18 bracket finals. For the Midwest's finest video racing series, Pinstripe Productions. For everybody from Pinstripe Productions, I'm Nate Pennington. We'll see you at the track.
Second, Steve Rickard at 67. Third, Jim Robbins at 15. Fourth, the 27, Junior Maddox.